We're here at Kimball International, JDL's most recently completed showroom project. Welcome to the showroom. We're here at 281 Summer Street, which is a building located in Boston's Fort Point neighborhood. This building was built in 1918. It is a 7-story brick and beam building, was once industrial use and has since been converted into office space. The square footage of the building is 165,000 square feet. Of that 165,000 square feet, Kimball occupies 10,000 on the retail level of 281 Summer. This building is managed by CBRE, who we worked closely with on this project. Also members of the project team, of course, Kimball International. We worked with their OPM, who is Amy Preston. We also worked with their local Chicago architect, which was Eastlake Studio, and STA, who is the local Massachusetts architect on this project. The project duration from start to finish was 20 weeks. The success of this project is due to JDL's early onboarding. Because we were onboarded early, we were able to have time during design development to do thorough due diligence, which allowed for us to identify problems and incorporate solutions into the construction set.
A lot of the times in construction, a lot of specified items have lead times that can be way too long and wouldn't arrive until after the end of the project. So an advantage of bringing us on early, we can identify those items and make sure that we bring them up to the design team to not delay the schedule in the slightest. One of the items that JDL identified during value engineering was the high cost of the specified ceiling baffles. The original specification was way higher than Kimball's budget. Therefore, JDL went out and just found an equal alternate that had the exact same design as the original specification, but a significantly lower cost. That way we can still provide the design intended at a significantly lower price in Kimball's budget. JDL uses a 3D scanning program called Matterport. We come out to the site ahead of time prior to the demo or construction beginning and do 3D scans to figure out if we're going to be conflicting with any existing walls, ceiling installments such as HVAC units, plumbing, or light fixtures. Since the project team for Kimball was not local and was based in Chicago, we could utilize the 3D scanning to show them the entirety of the space so they know exactly where all of the new installments are going.
Because of the building's construction type, which is a masonry building with concrete beam and deck, it's important to show how this impacts interior construction. If we look at the orange right here, we can see that the height from underneath the beam is 11 feet 4 inches. If we then just move right over to this sprinkler line shown in blue, that bottom of the sprinkler line is 10 feet 7 inches. So based on these heights, looking back at the blue, we know that if we want everything to be underneath this MEP existing structure, that we would have to have a height of 10.7 or less. Because we were engaged early, we were able to let Kimball know that we should do some selective demolition just to take a look at the flooring conditions, because we knew that they might be bad just based on the type of building that this is and based on the type of flooring that they wanted to install. So we did a test here in the kitchen, and it was ripping up the subfloor and the plywood, making it unusable. There was existing rolled laminate flooring all throughout the back of house and into the kitchen. So because we were here early, we did selective demolition to take a look and see what we were dealing with. And then we were able to determine that instead of ripping up all of the existing flooring that was here, we were going to just rip up this area, redo the subfloor and plywood here, and then pick a new product, a click LVT instead of a glue down LVT, where we could click it on top of the existing flooring so that we could save a lot of money and a lot of time with floor prep. Another reason we want to take a look at the subfloor early on and be engaged early is also just to see what we're working with and if there are different amounts of leveling that is needed. The glass that we used on this project was a transwall product, which only has a certain amount of tolerance. So we have to make sure that we took a look at the subfloor and what leveling would be required in order to install the transwall glazing system.
From the get-go, JDL knew that coordination of the space below was going to be a crucial part to the success of this project. Below Kimball's Boston showroom is Spin, a lively ping pong bar that's open from 4 p.m. and late into the early morning hours on the weekends. This is typically when contractors would be in their space to work on things that would be considered off-hours work because they have to use a lot of loud equipment for floor cores and plumbing devices.
So because, again, we were brought on early for this project, we were able to take a look at the layout that Kimball was proposing before they got too far into their design development. So we took their layout and what they wanted and we overlaid it onto Spin's reflected ceiling plan to see where there might be conflicts and issues. So for example, we saw in one location where Kimball wanted to put a floor core, we saw that this was right above their dining area and the play area and the bar areas. So we knew this was going to have to be looked at.
For the Boston showroom, Kimball applied the WELL building standard to the design and construction process to provide an environment that supports the health and wellness of its occupants. The WELL building standard is a system for measuring, certifying, and monitoring factors of the built environment, such as health and well-being. JDL helped Kimball achieve Platinum WELL building standard rating by ensuring components such as air, light, and water are all perfectly installed into their standards and meeting all required preconditions. As you can see, there's different lighting components all throughout the space that accurately light all of the working areas so that anyone who occupies the space has an efficient workday.
As an overview, we just want to highlight the importance of early engagement and having JDL be brought on early to help with budget and timeline. Thanks for watching.